Winning basketball, plays with the winning energy. He's selfless. And Jaren Jackson Jr., you got to look for him to stay out of foul trouble, especially early in this first quarter. And we've seen USA a couple times just initiate him and engage him with that first play, dropping it down in the post. So I'd love to see that here in that first opening minute. But again, staying out of foul trouble is going to be big for USA.
Well, we are live and underway here at the Mall of Asia Arena. It's the semifinal of the World Cup. The USA in white, Germany in red. Jalen Brunson running the show for Team USA. And once again, like you called it, Jaren Jackson Jr., the early post touch. Germany was ready for it. You see Schroeder coming in to help. Brunson, a little dribbling display. Finds Edwards. Nice Euro step to the left-hand reverse. It's the first bucket for the USA, courtesy of Anthony Edwards.
That's a great start for him. Again, that post touch to Jackson Jr., kick it out, and again, breakdown in defense for Germany. But you can't have a breakdown on Anthony Edwards. He's a certified scorer.
Yeah, leads his team in scoring, over 17 points per game. You know, had a quiet one against Italy, just 3 points, but they didn't really need it from him. Here's Franz Wagner, arguably Germany's best player. The long three, no good, but the chase down rebound from Voigtmann. Here's Obst, he's a great shooter for Germany. Daniel Theis, the big man, gets inside, dumps it off to Voigtmann. The kick out, there he is, the shooter, Obst, and it's pretty much automatic.
Yeah, he's a specialty guy from the three-point line. That's where you have to be careful if you're USA. The ball goes in the post. You can't fall asleep on him. You got to get him off the three-point line. Can't leave him.
Yeah, that was a focal point in the scouting report for the USA. They want to make sure they know where Obst is at all times. Edwards can't get the run to the fall. Wagner, who's 6'10", but will run some point alongside Dennis Schroeder. Here's Voigtmann, gets inside, the kick out to Theis. Fumbles the catch, back to Voigtmann, little fadeaway. Oh, snatches a rebound, here comes Edwards. Jackson Jr. looking to post up, and there's a kickball. Out of bounds as we take a look at the United States' road to the semifinals. Started off very strong, but then took that little, bump in the road there against Lithuania, but were able to bounce back with a big win against Italy in the quarterfinals by 37 points. Here's Edwards looking for Brunson. I like this matchup right here. Brunson versus Schroeder, and Brunson, oh wow. Seemed like it was a goaltending, but no call. Great block there by Theis. And these two have great chemistry. Theis gets the dunk to go down.
Great job at both ends. Theis coming on the weak side and blocking the shot, Brunson shot. And in the pick and roll action with Schroeder, get great chemistry and a nice finish.
Well, Brunson this time can't finish on the left-hand side, and Germany looking to run. Wagner, little Euro step, and we'll head to the free throw line. Let's take a look at Germany's undefeated road to the semifinals. They took care of business in the group stages, and then that huge win against Slovenia really gave them a lot of confidence. And then you see that score, 81-79 against Latvia in the quarterfinals. It was I want to say it was a blowout by any means, but Latvia, strong push at the end. They had a chance to win it at the buzzer. Novice Bertans missed the three.
Well, you look at those scores right there, and what's the first thing that sticks out to you is that the highest points scored against them is 82, right? And again, from Australia. So it's a team that's also going out and playing some defense. You look at them on the court right now, they have a lot of size, 6'7" and above outside of Schroeder. But Gordy Herbert, he's a tremendous coach. He was my first professional coach in Germany my first year out. And you can't say enough about what he's done with this team.
Yeah, absolutely. They are second in defensive scoring, just limiting opponents to 74 points per game. And we're going to have a foul on the perimeter. It's going to be on Wagner. And once again, USA see themselves down early on in the game.
Just that energy, right? You can see the difference in who's come out with a pop. And Germany's very intentional with their actions on the offensive end.
Well, here's Bridges. He was terrific against Italy, 24 points. And he hits the little shot here.
That's just a tough shot, right? He got the switch that he wanted. The paint was still packed, but he gets to his spot, elevates, and just a comfortable shot for him. Wagner here just getting Bridges on the high side. Great high-low action, but it starts with just not falling asleep after Bridges scores the basket. Come back down on the offensive end. Here you see the high-low, gets Bridges on the high side, finishes on the right side of the basket with the and one.
Nice feed there from Daniel Theis. And Voigtmann, who comes in, kind of a bruiser for this team, but can hit the outside shot. Can't complete the three-point play. Bridges the rebound. Bridges shooting about 63% from the field as he will head to the free throw line himself. Voigtman thought he had a clean block, but caught him with the body.
Well, right now, you can see Bridges just being a bit more assertive, a bit more aggressive, attacking the basket here, picking up the foul. And I mentioned it in the open, he's great off of the ball, but he's also really good when you put the ball in his hands to figure it out. Sees his team needs a little juice right now, needs a little bit more energy, and picking it up on the offensive end.
Bridges head to the free throw line, knocks down the first. This USA team shooting about 78% from the free throw line throughout the tournament. Of course, that last game against Italy to knock down 17 threes, kind of a breakout game from beyond the arc. And they shoot like that, they're probably the most dangerous team in the World Cup.
Without a doubt. Their athleticism, their talent, you start to extend that floor to the three-point line, there's not much you can do with them.
We also saw that 1-2-2 press, which has been kind of the staple the last couple of games. USA obviously wants to run, wants to speed teams up. Schroeder probably appreciates that at times. And here's Ups off the dribble, knocks down another three. Wow. Also comes in 44% from beyond the arc in the tournament. Just under 9 points per game, and we have a foul. Brunson looking to go at Schroeder.
Ops, he's been lights out in the Eurobasket. He was from the three-point line, Tokyo Olympics. And you mentioned here in the World Cup, 44% from three. If he touches the ball and it goes up, it's night-night.
Again, USA doesn't want to give him any type of open looks. He's had two already so far in his first quarter as Brunson responds with a three of his own in the corner.
How simple is that? Usually, the inbounder is usually the most dangerous player. Entry pass, you kick it right back to Brunson in that corner.
So both teams picking up their offense here the last couple of minutes, 12-9. Schroeder gets inside, kicks it to Wagner, has a step, and throws it down with the right hand.
You got something to prove.
So we're gonna have a timeout on the floor. 14-9, Germany with an early 5-point lead. USA looking to respond. We'll be back right after the break.
You inspired the Lexus ES to be, well, more you.
So play.
We take a look here at the drives that Franz Wagner's had. I mean, he missed a few games with an ankle injury. This is just his third appearance in the World Cup. But when he is on the floor, he looks to get to the basket.
Yeah, they're also my Michigan brothers, so they're good people.
We got to say it. We got to say it.
We bleed blue. Go blue.
Well, now the Germans look to put a bit of a press, and the USA get right through it. Jaren Jackson Jr., the strong finish.
Yeah, you finish through a press like that twice, and they're gonna back it up. So great, strong finish. Great job moving the ball in the press.
Oh, the quick release, and then the foul on the shooter. Brunson looking to contest, and he gets called for the foul. So 3 free throws to come now for Obst. See, Brunson felt like he was in the right position. Take another look here. So quick on the release and just caught him on the right arm.
And you know what you got to be impressed with Germany is that every time USA scores a basket, here you see on just a slight nudge, a slight touch, off shooting 75% from the free throw line. But the thing that I've been impressed with Germany about is every time USA scores the basketball, there's no pointing fingers, there's no shrugging of the shoulders. In fact, they're pushing the ball up the court and getting on the, the offensive end. And a couple times they've caught USA by surprise with that.
Well, you mentioned the chemistry, not just between Schroeder and Theis, but this whole team's been together for a little while. Also, these two teams faced off in the exhibition showcase in Abu Dhabi a couple weeks ago, and Germany was up 18 at one point in that game before a furious comeback in the fourth quarter by the USA, led by Anthony Edwards. Eventually, the Americans winning that one 99-91, but naturally the Germans know that they can build a lead on this team. Can they sustain it will be the key.
Well, Coach Kerr made a good point in the press conference the other day. Just you got to respect the international play. The players, the coaches, the teams, and some really good basketball over here.
Ooh, another foul called as I think it's going to go against Schroeder. Voigtman was able to get the block on Brunson. JB heads back to the free throw line. they will call that one on Schroeder. Take another look here. Yep, caught him on the left elbow. By Schroeder's reaction, you'd imagine it was nowhere close to contact, but once again.
Well, he was already out of place, right? Brunson did a great job getting into the paint, the shot fake. But that's where you got to be extremely disciplined if you're Dennis Schroeder, right? Just staying on the floor, not being careless.
Well, you see the history between these two sides. USA 3-0 in the World Cup and 13-0 overall in senior men's competitions, as Brunson gets both free throws to drop.
Here you see, again, the 1-2-2, three-quarter press there.
Oh, that's how you break it.
Yep. Just moving the basketball. They're prepared for it, right? They've seen it over the course of this tournament. Great patience, moving the basketball up the court with the pass.
Well, obviously, it's part of the game plan for the USA as Edwards gets the two to fall off the glass.
Yeah, he's so impressive. That last step just cuts across the defense. No chance to recover, no chance to contest.
Schroeder driving kick. Franz Wagner knocks down the three. And this one's getting really, really fun early.
Yeah, Franz got a swag about him. He got a little, knocks down the three and his little home run trot back. He's feeling himself.
So 22 points already in the first 5 minutes for Germany as Brunson can't get it. Jaren Jackson Jr. on the boards. Schroeder comes away with it. Hobbs gets inside, finds Schroeder. Three-pointer on the way. Back-to-back trays for the Germans. It's a 10-point lead already.
Hobbs, he's running to the three-point line, and everybody knows he's a specialist. Those hard closeouts, he drives it to the paint and finding Schroeder, and again, that's trust. Schroeder had a tough night shooting against Latvia. Keep feeding them the basketball. That's your leader.
Here's Edwards, driving kick, extra pass, Bridges. He knocks down the three. And both teams hitting their shots early.
Great knockdown by Bridges, but again, somebody's got to get in front of Edwards because he's going to tear you up if you don't get a body on him or just try and slow him down.
Off, little pump fake, gets around Edwards. And they're just fortunate that he missed it. Chance to run here. Brunson to Edwards. Oh, what a move! And high off the glass for two.
He came to play. He came to play today.
Well, one thing we should mention is USA's advantage with the depth, right? If you want to play a fast game, that's fine, but the USA has bodies off the bench that they can bring in. As Schroeder, they called a push before the fall. You see Edwards already 6 points here.
Get another look at this. Schroeder attacking. He almost looked like he was off balance and already hit his floor. But Edwards, nice finish, high off the glass, late.
I mean, the recognition, you know that Tice is a great rim protector. He just gets it right above the hand.
Nice. That's skill. That is so much skill. Nice feel. And basketball is a game of just reading and reacting, and that was a prime example there. And his counters as the defense is rotating over towards him.
You see Austin Reeves on the floor now, along with Paulo Banchero and Tyrese Halliburton. Also for Germany, number 0, Isaac Bonga, once upon a time with the Los Angeles Lakers. Obviously Schroeder also once with the Lakers, now with the Raptors. Takes another three, that one's too strong. And a foul underneath will send on his team into the free throw line.
That's where Schroeder he can't just relax, right, and let the defense off the hook. You get the mismatch against Banchero there. That's the matchup that you want, right? Everybody's spacing the floor. You got to kick that thing into fifth gear and get yourself to the basket.
Well, offensive rebounds have been a point of emphasis for the USA, trying to keep guys off the glass. And Tiemann able to get to the free throw line as he was going for that rebound. Saw there Maldo low. Tiemann has been very efficient from the field, comes in 72% field goal percentage.
He's one of those guys, the ultimate utility guy, just understands his role and a star in his role.
Speaking of stars, USA has a few. Edwards, Halliburton, both all-stars this past season. Here is Halliburton, gets inside, nice feed to Banchero, easy deuce. It's going to be the defense for USA, giving up this many points in the first quarter. You know, we saw against Lithuania, they put up 30-plus, built a 21-point lead in that first quarter.
Well, Germany right now is shooting 67%. So, to your point, right, you've got to get stops.
A nice pass. This time it's Moritz Wagner. And Ops showing that he's more than just a shooter. Every time he touches the ball, the fans will make some noise as Bridges finds Edwards. Strip out of bounds, 9 seconds on the shot clock.
You can see how fast Germany right now is closing the paint. Here you see a great pass again. Oh, supposed to be a specialist, a shooter, but he's showing you a little bit more. He got court vision as well. Nice finish by Moritz. Under the basket, using his back to shield himself from Banchero.
Yeah, Wagner comes into this one averaging 11 points per game off the bench for Germany. Here's Reeves matched up with Wagner. A little crossover, elbow pull-up, and the free throws to come. Reeves does such a good job getting to the foul line.
Yeah, and that play there, that left to right crossover just shifts the defense, gets the defense out of the frame. And now you have, there you go, left to right, got him on skates, gets up into his shot, nice solid base. Moritz with the foul.
So Reeves coming off the bench, averaging about 11 points per game.
It's funny, you get a guy dancing like that, they're going to try and recover defensively, but it's more out of pride. You just don't want that guy to shift you, drop you, and make the shot. 9 times out of 10, he's going to make the shot or he's going to foul you. You're still embarrassed.
So Reeves has been pretty much automatic on the free throw line in the tournament, 93%. Knocks down to 2. Edwards will head to the bench. Cam Johnson on the floor. Once again, that press, 1-2-2, just to speed things up, get these guys a little fatigued. Here's Mado Lowe, the former Columbia Lion out of the Ivy League. I'm going to say a little bit out of sorts here defensively. They fall back into a man-to-man. Got a mismatch inside. Wagner puts the ball down and throws it out of bounds. Good defense that time from USA.
Great job by USA at 3-quarter 1-2-2. You can see as Germany got the ball over half, they only had about 13 seconds to get into their offense, and that's when you sped them up. Force that turnover. Great job in the full court, just killing the clock.
They get the switch. Halliburton will take the long 3, no good, but Josh Hart right there for the putback.
Great job for sticking with it. Shot goes up. Hart's on that right side, and he's attacking.
So a nice bounce back here from the USA. They find themselves only down 3, 29-26. We'll be right back after the timeout. The performances, so you have the best African team, the top 2 American teams, which obviously the USA are part of. The top Asian team was Japan, and then Europe sending 2 teams. Serbia, of course, made it to the finals, and Germany, just by getting to the semifinals, will qualify for the Olympics. And then you had the host Paris, and then out of Oceania, Australia, based on their finish, since they were higher than New Zealand, they go. So 8 teams already qualified for the Olympics. 4 more will be decided through what they call the pre-Olympic qualifiers, and those will happen, in the weeks leading up to the next summer's Olympics. Here's a good defensive play by Josh Hart, doing what he does best. Crashes the glass, plays deep.
2 hustle plays by Josh Hart, and that's why you need him on the court.
Reeves for 3. Bang, bang. I mean, that's too easy in transition. Tyrese Halliburton always has his head up, looking for his teammates. Gets another assist for him.
And Reeves on the way back just points right over in front of Carmelo Anthony, right in front of us. 2 of them having some fun with this.
Here's Banchero matched up against Wagner, the 2 teammates for the Magic, of course. And this time, Banchero gets the better of Wagner, but then a foul underneath as the other Magic player, Mo Wagner, fighting for the rebound.
See Halliburton kick out here. Reeves teeing it up. Rhythm 3 walks right into it, and he's good for it. He is good for it. Looking over at Melo, 3 to the head. You know what time it is. Turn me up.
Well, there is Carmelo Anthony, who is one of the ambassadors of this FIBA World Cup. And I'm sure they'll also show Paul Gasol at some point, as well as Luis Scola. Those 3, such great ambassadors for the game of basketball in general.
Yep. I remember playing against Luis Scola, Argentina. Heck of a player. I don't even want to make eye contact with him right now. He was definitely a big-time player, a legend on this scale, on this stage.
Well, Scola led Argentina to the final of the last World Cup as Germany leaves Cam Johnson wide open, but he can't hit the corner 3. Travel. You saw there Wagner. Took an extra step there off the defensive rebound. Yeah, like I was saying, though, Scola led Argentina to the World Cup in 2019, the final, where they lost against Spain. And then Spain was eliminated by your Canadian squad in the second round of the group phase. Three-point lead here for Germany as Josh Hart gets inside. Nice finish, and Josh Hart has come to play. Both teams shooting very well. USA 58%, Germany 64%. Here's Wagner, he's a right-hand drive guy, that's what he does. And Haliburton has to be careful with the reactions. He's gonna get a warning, and then
You mentioned the right-hand drive here. You see Josh Hart, rejection, spin baseline, attack baseline, excuse me, spins back to the middle. Just a tough finish there, playing through the contact. Great concentration, getting the ball, enough air under the ball, soft touch to drop it off.
See the reaction from the bench. The one thing about this team, they are very close, tight-knit bunch. As Tyrese Haliburton picked up his second personal, so he'll head back to the bench. Anthony Edwards on the floor.
The one thing you appreciate with USA, right? Germany got out to an early lead, and they weren't phased. They stuck with it, chipped away at it, and just stuck to their game. And obviously Josh Hart came in and gave them some big-time minutes with the energy plays. And now you're looking at a one-point game.
So there is Franz Wagner, who was the 8th pick of the Orlando Magic a couple of years ago. Now, this kid's averaging 19 points per game in the NBA at the age of 22, so you know he has game.
Yeah, long story short, he's a player, simply put.
Here he is matched up with Reeves. Reeves will run down the clock. They get the switch on Giffey. Reeves, little step back three. Little pump fake. And misses the mark. So at the end of the first quarter, Germany's up 33-31.
You know, this is going to be a seesaw battle. Bridges, he's come out. You see tough shots here. Energy, toughness, and Alps 9 points early. You're watching the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 on ESPN.
Before 26, as you see there, again, Carmelo Anthony. Of course, Carmelo Anthony was such a star with Team USA for many years. Was the leading scorer all time for USA until Kevin Durant surpassed him. But still, when you're the second all-time leading scorer in USA, that's no joke.
Yeah, Carmelo, he's been getting buckets since his days at Syracuse.
There you see Wagner in front of Scola. And here is Germany with the first possession of the second quarter. And Germany got to the free throw line 12 times in that first quarter, 11 to 12 from the line. Here's Bobby Portis Jr. and Banchero forcing a turnover, and then there's a foul. It's going to be the second one on Maurice Wagner. Some good defense, good help side defense, especially from Bobby Portis Jr. You see there the battle for the loose ball. Portis comes away with it. Wagner called for the foul. This is the great thing about Edwards. He's been a scorer, but now he's been also more of a playmaker for this team. He's going to run the point from time to time and just walks into the elbow puller. That's too easy.
And you like how this play developed. Reeves, you could hear him yelling at Edwards, you got it, plays for you. Coming up the court and just a high ball screen. And you talk about Edwards playing some point guard as well. Talk about his improved ball handling.
Offensive foul. It's going to go on Franz Wagner. Once again, you see what's at stake for the U.S. looking to get to the 6th World Cup championship game. First one since 2014. Of course, they won the gold in 2010 and 2014. Here's Reeves. A little hook pass deflected. And another loose ball. They're going to call a jump ball, possession arrow towards the USA.
After that last possession, I want the ball right back in Ant's hands off a high ball screen and let him figure it out.
See there the good closeout from Wagner. He got off to the ball first, but possession still remains with USA. Yeah, you mentioned Edwards, 8 points already on 4-6 from the field. So, you know, when he has it going, keep it going. Here's
Barker
Reeves.
there doing a good job just denying Edwards the basketball.
Just a short on the pull-up. Forrest Wagner can push it off the rebound. Finds his brother. And too strong on the layup. Here comes the USA. Banchero. Nice little hesitation. Edwards into the pull-up three off the screen. Just a little strong. JT with the rebound. Here comes Lowe. Thought about going at Reeves, pulled it back out. Get the switch, so they post up. Tiemann on Reeves. Nice spin move. Good ball movement. Wagner for three. Knocks down another one, and he's got it going too.
Well, right now, USA is switching 1 through 5. Okay.
Response.
Anything you can do, I can do better. USA is switching 1 through 5, and they're trying to pick out that matchup against Reeves. You can see it here again. Side ball screen. Have some size. Porter come for the double team. Ball starts moving.
Good rotation from the USA, but then Wagner driving strong to the basket, and he'll head to the free throw line.
Well, credit Germany right now because that's where they're creating the advantage. Understand that USA is switching 1 through 5, picking out Reeves, and then just moving the basketball. But Reeves coming right back down and answering. You can't celebrate, right? I'm going to come right back. You got to guard me as soon as I get over half and knocking that one down.
That was an NBA three-pointer. Obviously, the Fiba line just a couple steps ahead of the NBA three-point line, especially kind of on the top of the key and the wings. The corners are a little bit more similar. Here's Wagner missing the first free throw. And Franz Wagner, 12 points, so the first player in double figures as Schroeder is back on the floor. So 1 for 2 for Moritz Wagner. And seems like he might have a little blood, so he'll have to head to the bench. Get that taken care of. That's going to bring Daniel Tice off the bench. Germany back up 1.
Daniel Tice comes in.
USA so far only had the lead for about 39 seconds, so they're playing from behind yet again. Brunson inside. Here's Banchero. Good help side defense. Edwards thought about the three. Takes a little step back and knocks down the three.
The step back, he told Tice, I'm going to make you dance a bit.
Oh, Wagner goes at his teammate, and Demons right there for the putback off the deflection. Germany wasting no time. Edwards calling for the screen. Portis sets it. Oh, tough play, and yep, it's going to be an offensive foul. Edwards kind of raised that elbow, caught Tiemann right in the face.
Right got in the face.
Oh,
Nothing extra in basketball.
Look at that play there, Edwards.
He was just trying to pass the other way. No, but he's not elbowing horizontal to him. Yeah.
See, on that play there, Edwards is such a big-time scorer, and he's been active. He's been putting the ball in the hole. Off that screen, Portis Jr. is at that three-point line. You know, the best play might have been just kicking it out. But a score's a score. They have that mentality, right? They're going to be in attack mode, so you're going to get a couple of these plays. May have forced the issue. Right play to kick out. Portis Jr. can step into that three.
So they call taking one for the team. Johannes Tiemann. You know, he's a great teammate, obviously. He's been with the program for many, many years. 29-year-old. So 39-39, 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. I believe that was the second personal foul on Anthony Edwards, so he's got to be careful. Halliburton also with 2. So does Cameron Johnson for the USA. Here's Tiemann on the offensive end. Dumps it off to Tice, but a nice recovery. Mikal Bridges with the weak side block. Here comes Brunson in transition, a little in and out. Bridges in the lane, pulls up for 2. He stays hot.
7 points for Bridges, 9 points, 3 for 3 on the floor.
Fortuitous bounce goes right to Tiemann for the easy 2.
Tiemann playing some good music. Some good minutes right now.
What a move. Reeves takes the bump, finishes off the glass.
Okay, Reeves.
AR's come to play. 10 points now off the bench in just 7 minutes. The USA needs to start putting some stops together. Germany still shooting 60% from the field. Here's Schroeder. Gets around Portis, and Edwards swats it away. Of course, USA came into the game leading the tournament in blocks, just under 6 per game. That's already the third one of the first half as Brunson gets the 2 to fall.
That's a great attack. Strong attack and a tough finish.
So USA with a nice little response here. They go up 4, 45-41. We'll be back right after the timeout.
In hand, right? The blocks and the steals give you more offensive opportunities for you to run up the score, and if you're able to get out and run with the athletes and the guys that can finish like USA can, then that thing goes up. And then the bench points, you talk about the depth on this team. Any one of those guys, any one of these 12 guys could start, right? It's all about just taking advantage of your matchups, taking advantage of your situations.
Well, you see Anthony Edwards so far, 11 points, already 4 or 5 from 2, knocked down a couple threes. But the fact that half of their points come from their bench is it's just tough to play against. Can't take any type of time off. Here's Ops, dumps it off to Tice, and he gets a little run in the fall. Good response for Germany out of the timeout, except that they don't pick up defensively. They leave Brunson for the driving kick to Mikal Bridges. He can't miss.
You can't have those type of breakdowns where Brunson just runs into the paint, nobody's around, and then he collapses 4 defenders for the kick out.
So already 3 players in double figures for the USA. Edwards, Reeves, and now Bridges, as Schroeder hits another 3 in the zone. That's his second one of the night. You mentioned in the opening, he was 4 for 26 against Latvia, yet they still won that game. So far, 2 of 4 for Schroeder. Well, here's a leak out. Wagner gets around, can't finish. Tice gets the put back. Here Germany ties it back up right away.
Great job by Schroeder starting that break there. Didn't even put the ball on the floor, just kicks it right up to Wagner.
Jalen Brunson drawing a foul. Will be the 3rd team foul on Germany. We're going to have a high-scoring game. That's clear, as Schroeder, like you mentioned, just throws it up ahead.
Zips it up there. Euro step, and Tice doing a great job following up on the play.
Well, that's what he does in the NBA. He's such another utility guy, a role player, hustle player, physical guy. And obviously even more prominent role with the German team.
And I think obviously with Indiana right now, but you probably remember him best with Boston, those 2 conference finals, right? Just playing a very big role in winning basketball.
Take a look there. Yep. Tice makes another winning play, knocking the ball off of Bridges' foot. And coming up at the FIBA World Cup halftime, it was an emotional day on Wednesday for Team USA. They visited the Manila American Cemetery, so we'll give you a segment on that. We'll also have the top plays from the quarterfinals at the World Cup, and of course, all the highlights and stats from this game here in Manila. Here's Tice, goes at Bridges, and that's why he was all defensive first team a couple years ago. Josh Hart, give him the space, doesn't take it. Well, nice deflection by Obst, forcing the turnover. His Wagner in transition, puts the lower shoulder down and gets another bucket to go. 14 points now for Wagner.
Wagner, he's really good in transition. You can just see he's a bit more active, getting downhill and comfortable and confident when he catches that ball in the open court.
The USA had a 4-point lead, and Germany responds with 7 quick points as Banchero can't finish. And then Voigtman just knocks Hart down to the floor. Here's Wagner, 3-pointer transition. No, Voigtman gets another rebound, takes his time, and finishes over Banchero. So USA will call a timeout. 52-48, under 3.5 to go here. Steve Kerr looking to get some type of response after the break. Of course, Pau, such a tremendous career in the NBA, but also with the Spanish national team, La Familia. Mikal Bridges has been leading the way for the USA, 12 points, leading scorer so far, and 4 of 4 from the field. And there is Sue Bird, the Women's World Cup ambassador for the next World Cup in 2026. So USA looking to bounce back after Germany gets off to a 9-0 run here in the last couple minutes. Halliburton back on the floor.
Yeah, for USA right now, just boxing out, getting the body on Germany. Everybody in red shirts. 6 offensive boards for Germany for 13 second chance points.
I tell you what, Mikal Bridges the last couple games just lights out.
Whatever you need, he can give it to you. Whatever you need. On the ball, off the ball.
Ooh, missed dunk there by Tice. Here comes Halliburton to Banchero in transition. Ooh, takes the bump, can't finish through the contact, but he'll head to the free throw line.
Banchero's impressive. Right, a number of guys
in many ways.
He's just so strong. Right, he gets that ball there, 2 hands, just a strong finish, strong attack rather, and he comes down after getting hit 2-3 times in the air, and he's looking at his hands like, that's on me. I'm taking accountability. I got to finish that.
Well, Banchero still averaging just about 10 points per game in this tournament, thanks to a great performance in the opening game against New Zealand, where he had 21 points on 8 of 10 shooting. It's been about 64% from the field, so very efficient for the Rookie of the Year. USA back up 1. Gone back and forth a couple times now. 4 lead changes, 8 ties. Of course, the semifinal of the World Cup, you'd expect the best punch from both teams. Tice, catch and shoot 3. Oh, wow, showing you the outside touch. Of course, Tice can be a pick and roll or pick and pop guy. 11 points now for Tice. Here's Edwards looking to respond. Just a short on the 3. Here comes Franz Wagner. Goes inside to Voigtman. And he finishes over Halliburton.
Voigtman did a great job. Once he has a small defender on him, and on that second dribble, you could just see him gathering himself, not really giving Halliburton a chance to recover.
Banchero looking to go at Voigtman. Kicks it back out. Edwards doesn't need much room. Just a crossover, goes to the left hand and finishes for 2. Anthony Edwards stays hot.
He keeps on that cross. He keeps the ball so low to the ground, right to left, right into his finish against a bigger defender.
Full 2-man game, but no basket. Edwards, another rebound. The one thing I've been impressed with is his handle. Yeah. Anthony Edwards, you can see it. Got the ball in the string, little spin move there. Gets another 2 to fall.
And what you also see is the competitor in him, right? He knows his team needs a push, needs a little burst of energy right now, and you can see the look in his eyes. Not him just scoring the basketball, he's just in attack mode. I got to will this team to a victory.
Nice block there from Halliburton on Schroeder. Here's Halliburton in transition. Knocks down the 3. What a play on both ends from Tyrese Halliburton, the Indiana Pacers All-Star. He's been electric throughout the tournament as well. Mostly, you know, setting up his teammates. He got 4 assists. That's his first basket. Here's Schroeder. Looking to go at Banchero. Here's Franz Wagner, long 3. A little long. Long pass up ahead, and nice deflection there from Schroeder. Touchdown pass, incomplete there from Halliburton. So shot clock and game clock, about 3 or 4 second differential. Schroeder will be content to just dribble this one down. Finds Ops. The shooter once again, top of the key. And Tice, another offensive rebound, finishes with the left hand. Couple seconds left. Halliburton will take the half-court shot. Airballs it. So the end of the first half, and a tight one here in Manila. USA up 1, 60-59. Take a look at the stats. Both teams shooting the lights out. USA 59%, Germany 56%. Let's take a look at some highlights.
Talk about the 15 points in this first half from Bridges, coming out aggressive there.
This German team showing up in the second semifinals of the World Cup for the second time. They lost to Argentina back in 2006. Sorry, 2002, 80-86. But in this one, they're shooting the lights out. 56% overall. The USA shooting 59%, knocking down 8 threes, yet only up 1. That's a surprise.
Yeah, I think for both teams right now, you know, the team that's going to come out victorious is the team that comes out here and can get consecutive stops. And that's going to be the big difference maker, right? Can't have both teams shooting the lights out in the second half, like in the first half.
Well, USA showed a bit of a zone, kind of box and one look there, and they just put Tice in the middle of the zone, knocks down the shot. So starters back on the floor for the USA. We didn't see much of Jaren Jackson Jr. in that first half, just 7 minutes, but here he is drawing a foul. Take a look here at Anthony Edwards' shot chart in that first half, going 7-11 from the field for his 15 points, knocking down a three-pointer along the way. A lot of damage inside the paint, obviously.
6 for 7, you know, from 2. And we've seen him a number of times just really get into the paint using his handle. And he's just comfortable in there because he's so athletic, because he's so strong, he can finish. And I think that's what makes him so impressive. You talk about guys that are 3-level scorers. Well, Anthony Edwards defines that.
Yeah, absolutely. Is Jaren Jackson Jr. It's been an up and down tournament for him. Obviously, he's, you know, the anchor defensively in the paint. Picked up a couple fouls.
Yeah, and
flack for his rebounding.
I think for him, you know, this is for all these guys, as young as they are, getting this experience. You see, he's left Wagner open there in the corner. Fortunately, he missed it. For all these guys, you can't overlook and reduce the experience, the valuable experience that they're getting at this level on this stage.
So turnover there as Hart can control Brunson's pass. And here's Jeremy looking to get Tice inside. You see there as Franz Wagner spot up 3 in the corner is good, and Franz Wagner stays hot too.
He knocks it down, but Tice is the one that really creates that play there because he's so big, fighting so strong in the post. You know, he attracts 3 defenders, and you got an open corner 3.
So 17 points now for Franz Wagner. Here's Bridges. Looks to go inside to Jaren Jackson Jr. and another foul underneath. So back-to-back looks here for Triple J. As you take a look at the brackets, obviously Serbia getting that victory over Canada, getting their spot in the final. And then here, USA and Germany will decide the second team in that final. But of course, Canada still has a chance to get a medal in the bronze medal game, the third place game, also on Sunday right before the final. And they'll play the loser of this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're tuned in and really honing in on this game right here. Not a runaway for either team. You know, USA down 1. And everybody spoke about leading into this tournament how much they'd want to see Canada versus U.S. And I'm sure right now USA has their eyes on, you know, some bigger goals, that gold medal.
Yeah, USA-Canada bronze medal game probably wouldn't be, you know, what everybody really wanted, but Serbia is waiting the winner for this one. Here's Tice. Nice way to stay with it. And then Jaren Jackson Jr. tries to slap it out of the net, but 2 points again for Tice, who now has 15 points in the game.
Well, one thing Coach Kerr mentioned was how physical this German team is. And you can just see them coming out there using their size. They're not the most athletic team, but they're lumbering and they really play through contact, initiate contact.
Nice deflection there by Tice on the defensive end, staying in front of Josh Hart. Yeah, the rebounding numbers right now, Germany +5. Obviously, that's been a point of emphasis as well for the U.S., making sure they don't lose the rebounding battle too substantially.
Well, more importantly, it's the 8 offensive rebounds that Germany has.
Here's another chance, another offensive rebound.
Right, make that 9.
Oh, the closeout, the kick out, nice pump fake by Tice. And over Jaren Jackson Jr. Nice move by Daniel Tice.
That's nice. We don't see that from Tice in the NBA. Right off the 3-point line, one dribble floater. But again, it starts from the offensive rebound. You kick out, your defense is already at a disadvantage.
He's got 19 points and another turnover here. Chance for Germany to run. Here's Wagner. Little Euro step. Finishes it in transition again. And that's a 6-0 run.
With that Euro steps that talk to me nice.
Yeah. So Germany already 70 points on the board, and we still got 7 minutes left here in the third quarter. The U.S. defense severely lacking.
Commend and congratulate Serbia for their victory and on to an opportunity at a gold medal. But you talk about culture and the fans that were in this building, in this arena. that traveled all the way here, right? It was almost like it was a home court game for Serbia, and they were just passionate. They were fiery. And just that feel, I think I can speak for any player, just that feel, that energy is almost like having an invisible sixth man on the floor with you when you have such passion and support behind you.
Of course, Carmelo Anthony was on those teams that played against Serbia at the Olympics. You know, Serbia is such a rich basketball nation. It's about 6 million people. Yeah, they find themselves in the last weekend of the tournaments pretty often. Here's Halliburton. Gets a 2 off the glass. Tough shot there for Tyrese. And Germany looking to push once again. A foul transition. Franz Wagner will head back to the free throw line. Germany continuing to put its foot on the gas. Let's take another look at the Halliburton. It's a tough shot.
That's tough. You're fading out of bounds to your left, and the ability to have the concentration while you're floating to the left to kiss it off the glass with enough touch.
So Wagner stays perfect from the line, 5 of 5. Again, averaged 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists for the Orlando Magic last season.
I remember him, you know, his 2 years at Michigan, and you know, from freshman year to sophomore year, just became a better passer, improved passer. You knew he could always score the basketball, but just really expanding his game. And for guys that score the ball, right, just doing something else, adding another threat to your game by passing and forcing the defense to stay honest, right, opens up the court for you so much more.
You see their coach Spoelstra, part of this amazing coaching staff for Team USA, of course, led by Steve Kerr, also featuring Tyronn Lue, Mark Few of Gonzaga, also Jeff Van Gundy involved. And USA down 5. Halliburton, a long distance 3. Chased down here by Josh Hart. Anthony Edwards wide open, fakes the pass, gets inside. Oh, the two-handed flush.
He's such a smart player. The subtle fake to Mikal Bridges in the corner, defense shifts, and he just parts the Red Sea.
And the fact that Germany's had this lead and pretty much been ahead most of the game despite Schroeder only having 6 points, a testament as Ops gets the nice little finger roll to go. Still waiting for the U.S. to pick up their defensive intensity. Here's Edwards. Banchero isolates against Voigtman. Nice footwork. Can't get the layup to fall. Another stop for Germany.
That's where Banchero's got to get comfortable shooting the basketball. Edwards gives it up because Voigtman is in the paint right at that elbow sinking in. Well, you kick that ball out, you got to be shot ready, you got to be comfortable. It's a shorter three-point line in the NBA.
Well, Schroeder knocks down another 3. That's his 3rd one of the night. And it's an 8-point lead now for Germany. They did lead by 10 or 1 point in the first half. USA able to crawl back into it. Here's Edwards looking to respond. Can't hit a 3 of his own. Germany looking to run again. Oh, Schroeder's feeling it. And he misses it. Bridges secures the rebound. At the 5-minute mark, we usually start to see some of the substitutions for Coach Steve Kerr. Need some more ball movement. A lot of dribbling right now. Here's Hart. Spot up 3 from the wing. Knocks it down. Big time shot by Josh Hart.
Halliburton baited the defense right into that. Great kick out and Hart. Similar to what I was talking about with Banchero. That ball pops out, flies out. You got to be ready to knock it down and take it confidently.
Well, Halliburton leads this U.S. team in assists, 5 a game. He's got 5 here tonight. As Schroeder looking to get the ball inside, and they're going to call a foul on Hart on the hold. And you see surprise on his face. Take another look here at the foul.
He has a case. He definitely has a case there. Just playing tough while the roll is happening to the basket. That's a play on.
Isak Bonga back on the floor. He's been scoreless thus far. Here's Schroeder matched up with Hart. Halliburton gets off his feet, and they're going to call that foul on Ops, and that's going to be the last warning for Halliburton. He's kind of complaining. That's a pretty easy call, though. You leave your feet.
Left your feet there, and it's not disciplined. And he did a great job in that stacked Spain action and recover just in time and Oaks, but that's just the type of shooter he is, right? Everybody just knows he's lethal from that line, gets him on, gets Halliburton off of his feet. That's an easy call for the officials.
Obviously, when you're such a lethal three-point shooter, defense is just always kind of on their heels. And he knocks down the first free throw. Germany with a chance to build an 8-point lead yet again from the free throw line. USA obviously looking for answers. So Reeves, Halliburton, Edwards on the floor for the scoring punch. Banchero initiates the offense. Kicks it out. Josh Hart gets inside the lane, goes at Tice and finishes strong. I think Tice took a little elbow to the face on that finish. And you can see they're asking the referees to go review the play. We'll take another look here on the replay. I mean, there's not much he can really do. I didn't really see too much intentional contact, at least. Referees having a discussion near midcourt. Tice seems to be okay. They are going to go back to review it, so we'll listen in here on this referee huddle, one of the features here at this World Cup.
Okay, give me back, normal speed. Okay, stop. Go back, show me this camera. Only this camera. Normal speed. I don't see anything. Go back. Go slowly. He's going for the play, and that's okay. Yeah? We don't see anything. Normal. He's protecting himself. Normal situation. No out of balance. Okay.
So the referees concluded no act of violence. Josh Hart, I'm innocent. Did nothing wrong.
I agree. Right? You play silly games, you get silly surprises. You stick your nose in there, you're bound to get popped.
So obviously no foul on the call either way. Still 2 points there for Josh Hart, who, 9 points for him, 4 for 4 from the field, got 5 rebounds. So obviously was one of the leading rebounders, not just with his team, but in the tournament in the first few games. And then last about 2 or 3, we haven't seen the kind of rebounding output.
Well, he's also getting extended minutes right now with Brandon Ingram not dressed.
Oh, tough pass there by Tice. Maybe his head was wrong a little bit. Here's Halliburton inside of Banchero. Oh, gets the step, and he'll head to the free throw line.
Great recognition there. Ball goes in the post, and that late rotation, Bonga coming over, and Banchero recognizes that and just sweeping baseline while the defense is late. Bonga gets his hand on him there, picks up a foul. That's an easy call, easy one.
Bobby Portis Jr.
So Bobby Portis re-enters the fray, replacing Josh Hart. Obviously, Bobby Portis Jr., the one NBA champion on this U.S. roster, so knows a thing or two about winning. Looks like Tice will get some attention on the bench. Here's Banchero, knocks down the first free throw. Of course, the Duke product had such a great year. And Coach K's last season as a head coach at Duke, 17 points, 8 rebounds a game, on his way to being the #1 pick. 4-point game. Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Anthony Edwards has the matchup now with Schroeder. Here's Halliburton looking to chase down Ops. They leave Bonga wide open, and he hits the 3 for his first basket of the night.
That's great execution there, stacked into a wide pin.
I think the U.S. will live with that shot. There's Halliburton, couple crossovers, gets inside. Oh, can't finish at the hoop. Germany has numbers. Good transition defense by USA, but they leave Ops open. Oh, will a rebound by Tiemann. Puts it back up for two. And again, the role players making such a difference.
That's 10 offensive rebounds. And that's really what's kept Germany alive and obviously up right now. Second chance points.
There's Halliburton, gets inside, throws it up at the rim, and he'll head to the free throw line. Bunga picking up another foul. Yep, 84-75. Germany plus 10 so far in this third quarter. 25-15 advantage as you see the bump there, forcing Halliburton off balance. And here's that offensive rebound by Tiemann, just flies in.
And you can just see Halliburton fell asleep. Portis Jr., there was actually two red shirts in position for that offensive rebound. And those are the plays, those are difference makers when you're at this level, when you're on this stage, when you're playing for an opportunity at a gold medal. It's the effort plays, it's the winning plays.
As you see, the Slovenian head coach still have games to play. Slovenia will be in action tomorrow against Italy for the 7th and 8th place game. So we'll get another chance to watch Luka Doncic. And there you can see some of the friends and family of the USA players in the stands. But 7-point game. Anthony Edwards will get a break. Jalen Brunson back on the floor. USA needs to start putting together some stops. And Ops off the dribble, knocks down the pull-up right above the free throw line. So Ops really feeling it, 16 points for him. 3 players in double figures for Germany. And none of them are Dennis Schroeder. There's Banchero. Kicks it out, Bobby Portis Jr. and the 3 from the corner is good. Big time shot by Bobby Portis.
I still feel right now this game is in the hands of USA, because as well as Germany has played, you haven't got USA's best punch yet. They haven't played their brand of basketball. We haven't seen them get out and get the highlight and get everybody energized and hyped.
Well, Schroeder able to draw the foul on Portis. There, as you see again, Banchero. It's a big-to-big action. Portis getting his first basket of the night. Key moment. See there, the little extracurricular activity between Maurice Wagner and Bobby Portis Jr.
Portis Jr. knows what he's doing as well, right? Morris means more to this team than Bobby does to the USA. So you get in his head and get him off kilter. We're talking about something.
Well, here's Ops again, who's just really in rhythm right now. And
it's the exact same action back-to-back for Ops to get that shot.
Listen, the scouting report said you cannot give him any daylight.
Yeah, there's an asterisk beside his name, Shooter.
Oh, Brunson able to draw the foul. He'll head to the free throw line. But Ops so far, 3 of 7 from beyond the arc. 9-point lead now for Germany. And they've put up 30 points in a quarter yet again. You see Brunson draws that contact from Bunga.
You see how Ops comes off the stagger, handoff right into his shot, and does a great job of creating space as he gets into his path, as he gets, attacking into his shot.
So Brunson knocks down the first free throw, the New York Knicks point guard. As you saw there, the ambassador to the United States, Mary Kay Carlson, in the stands. Of course, Brunson had such a terrific season his first year with the New York Knicks, 24 points a game, 6 assists. Obviously led the Knicks to the second round of the playoffs. And now looking to lead this team to the finals. Down 7 right now, just over a minute to go here in the third quarter. There he is matched up with Tiemann. Bit of a mismatch. And Maurice Wagner, the long 3 is good. High arcing rainbow shot. It's another three-pointer for Germany. They're 12th of the night, 12 of 23. Can Bobby Portis respond? Kisses it off the glass. Nice shot there by Bobby Portis Jr. For Germany, getting contributions all over their roster. Here's Schroeder. They get the switch on to Bobby Portis. Takes a three. In and out. Rebound by Reeves. And an offensive foul in the backcourt. Great anticipation there by Andreas Obst.
Did a great job. Reeves put his head down and Obst just set up shop.
You see there, sliding his feet. Bang, bang play, but referees give him the call.
Reeves got to be better. There's two defenders, right? That just means somebody, you got to move the ball and get somebody a look, get somebody a run out.
So 28 seconds left here in the third quarter. Even though there was a change of possession, since the ball is being inserted in the front court, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Schroeder looking for Obst, decides to keep it himself. Pull back at the free throw line. It's another bucket for Germany. Extends the lead to 10. 10 seconds left here. Halliburton. Gonna keep it himself. Gets some space, launches a three, can't finish. And going into the fourth quarter, USA down 10, 94-84. 10 minutes left to decide the last team in the final.
And what a big quarter for Franz Wagner. 20 points, 20 big ones, inside, outside. That's the end of the third quarter. It's crunch time, presented by Nike.
Checkmate.
Nike, and it is crunch time for Team USA for sure, as they are down 10. And of course, they've been in this position before, specifically against Germany in the exhibition game. You know, they were down double digits in the fourth quarter and then had an 18-0 run in that fourth quarter to regain the lead and catapult them to the win. Anthony Edwards had 12 points in that fourth quarter on his way to 34 points in the game. But obviously this is a different stage. This is for the real deal.
Yeah, and you can tell there's another level in that tank defensively for USA, and that's going to be the difference maker. They're minus 11 in that third quarter.
And another foul. Jalen Brunson trying to contest the shooter off, commits the foul on the three-point shooter. 3 free throws to come. Take another look here. Brunson just a half second too late. And he taps him on the back.
Tap on the back there. But the job's got to be done before, right? You know now that obviously he's been hot. He's shooting the basketball. They're running a lot of staggers action, a lot of screening for him to get, you know, the shot off. So you can't allow him to create that space and get any time of day to get his shot up. He is a shooter. There's an asterisk beside his name on the scouting report.
Obst perfect from the free throw line, 8 of 8 so far. And Germany shooting 60% from the field, 50% from three, and 86% from the free throw line, excuse me. As he misses the last one, commentators curse. So 12-point game, USA got to get going as Reeves draws a foul on Obst off the ball.
Well, I like it. You know why? Because you can't stop him on the offensive end. Well, make him work on the defensive side. Right there, you've seen stagger coming for Reeves. Force Obst to run off ball screens, knock him up a bit, dust him up a bit, touch him up. So he's not as comfortable on the offensive end.
Brunson gets inside, goes at Schroeder, finishes right at the basket. We got to see more of that from Brunson. They got to get stops. Try to create some second chance opportunities on the offensive end. Here's Wagner going at Triple J. The defensive player of the year does a good job contesting, but Edwards can't get the defensive rebound, but 4 seconds left here on the shot clock for Germany.
Franz must have forgot who was in front of him. Defensive player of the year, the reigning defensive player of the year. Boy, move the ball.
So baseline out of bounds. See if Germany has a set that they turn to. Schroeder looking for Franz Wagner. Turns the corner and lays it up for two. Another bucket for Franz Wagner, 22 on the night, leading scorer. Here's Brunson. Oh, nice backdoor cut by Bridges, and he elevates for the two-handed dunk. The Wildcat connection works yet again. Bridges stays perfect, 6 of 6 from the field, 17 points. And obviously guarding Schroeder on the other end. Here's Edwards. They switch it up. Franz Wagner right-handed drives. What he does, Edwards this time is able to secure the rebound. Outlet to Brunson. USA running. Brunson gets inside. Oh, he rushed the layup a little too quick there after getting the contact, but he'll head back to the free throw line.
You can see he's a little frustrated with himself. Knows it's a little chippy, and that should be a and one. But great attack, great aggression. You can see him there using that chicken wing to clear the space as he's getting to the rim after he takes the contact. And just a great job here by Bridges. Strong side cut back door while everybody falls asleep. Just turn on a switch. You can't come out lackadaisical and just turn a switch on. So for USA right now, you know, that's sort of what happened those first three quarters, especially in that third quarter there, the letdown. But they're in a situation now where you've just got to be an aggressor. You've got to be assertive, not on the offensive end, but on the defensive side. Be an intimidator.
Again, this Germany team has NBA talent, as we highlighted. So they're not going to back down from this challenge. Obviously, Schroeder's been in big playoff games. You know, we haven't seen the Wagner brothers in the playoffs just yet. Tice, as you mentioned earlier, has been in the playoffs. So they know the level of intensity that's needed. Here is Schroeder. And he gets through the entire American defense for the layup.
So Raptors fans are happy to see that.
Here's Brunson, answers with a little layup of his own. They got to get stops. 100 points on the board now for Germany. Germany came in 91 points per game. That was good enough for sixth in the tournament. USA, the leading scoring team, over 101 points per game. Here's Maurice Wagner inside, and they're going to call a goaltending as Jaren Jackson Jr. slapped the backboard. That's a violation here at Fiba.
And Wagner, that's a big-time take. He gets the ball in the post, and on the catch, he's already in his move towards the basket over his left shoulder. Here you see the spin. Displaces Jackson Jr. You get that goaltend.
See those two having a little chit-chat. Two guys who played their college basketball in the state of Michigan. Of course, Jaren Jackson Jr., the Spartan from Michigan State. Here's Brunson, two-man action. Oh, nice deflection, but then it goes right to Jaren Jackson Jr. for the dunk. Very fortunate that wasn't a turnover. Brunson picking up his 7th assist to go with his 15 points. Maurice Wagner for three. Pretty much bricked it. And Bridges couldn't get the defensive rebound, so possession will stay here with Germany. 3.3 on the shot clock. See the battle for the loose ball.
Great effort. Great effort. You just got to come up with it. Got to come up with it. Just under 7 minutes left. Here you see Brunson attacking just by design, just how he drew it up. Tip pass. Nice little flush. Jackson Jr.
So this would, you know, obviously Germany has had great games when Dirk Nowitzki was there for the Eurobasket, as Tice gets another basket to fall. But this would probably be the biggest win in German history. A victory over the USA to go to the final of the World Cup. And they are up 10. Time starting to run out a little bit for the USA. Here's Jaren Jackson Jr. gets inside to the left hand. Tries to keep it alive. And possession stays here with the U.S. head coach Gordy Herbert for Germany. Take another look here as the ball, obviously a lot of fingertips on that one. Here's Edwards. Trying to force the issue, kicks it back out. Edwards gets it back, and they're going to call that foul on Franz Wagner off the ball. Third team foul for Germany. Third personal foul on France. Brunson. Oh, nice defensive play there by Bonga. That's what he's on the floor for. France looking to go at Reeves. Backs him down. Help side by Jaren Jackson Jr. forces the turnover. Edwards comes away with it. Got to start pushing the tempo. Spin move by Edwards. And a foul on the perimeter. So fourth team foul. USA will be in the bonus the rest of the way. See there the block on the last possession by Punga. 6'8" guard. Played obviously with the Wizards and Lakers once upon a time. Now over at Bayern Munich.
Also spent some time with the Toronto Raptors. You can see why, right? The defender, his length, can shoot it.
Edwards can knock down the outside shot. Ant-Man just 1 of 6 from 3. 7 of 8 inside the arc. There's Mado Low. Schroeder on the bench right now for Germany, getting a rest. And look to post up Reeves. We've seen that a few times throughout the tournament. Team in, spin move, baseline, and finishes. And it leads up to 12. Edwards to Halliburton. Driving kick. Here's Edwards. Oh, takes off with a two-handed tomahawk. Big time play.
That's a huge play for more reasons than one. And you hope right now that that energizes this team, invigorates this team.
Reeves putting on ball pressure on Bonga. Wagner will take the long distance three. Short, rebound, over to the U.S. So they get the stop. Schroeder will come back on the floor, replacing Bonga. As you take a look at that Edwards dunk.
Great job, Halliburton to kick out. Edwards down the left side of the floor, just taking off.
Well, listen, Anthony Edwards, there's no question that he is a superstar in the making. The athleticism on display right there. He's got 19 points on the night. As we check out
floor, just standing and watching, but he trusted his guard, his lead guard, and they only go as far as Dennis goes. And they put the ball in his hands. They came out with the victory, and at the end of that game, you know, his 12 teammates, his 11 other teammates, they all jumped on him. They celebrated him. They were laughing. They were having fun. They knew it was one of those days, but he fought through it, right? And they came out with the victory.
So Germany up 10, of course. They are the last unbeaten team in this World Cup. Coming to this game 6-0. Looking to pick up their 7th win as Reeves hits a big-time three, much to the delight of the crowd.
That's big. And on that switch, Tyson's not at the level of the screen. Reeves just does a great job reading it and steps into his jump shot. Right, still a lot of time on the clock, just over 4 minutes. Got to have that elevated play now.
Well, they leave Tice open. He thinks about the three. Short that time. Edwards the rebound. A chance here for the USA to make it a 5 or 4 point game. Oh, Edwards crosses over, takes off again, and I believe he was fouled. He'll head to the free throw line. And Daniel Tice almost ended up on a poster. But you got to admire
that's
the
twice
courage.
now. We've seen Edwards. He has that pill on a string, comes off the screen and splits it between the legs. We've seen it earlier with the finish. Here you see it, timing at the level of the screen and goes up. And he ignores it. Tice is at the rim. He just tries to elevate over him. But boy, does Ant have that pill on. It's sticky right now.
Well, Edwards misses the first free throw. That foul on Tice, just his second. Did have a case. He got a little bit of the ball there. As Edwards makes the second one. So 106 to 100 USA. Hitting the 100-point mark yet again, but this time they're down 6.
Well, right now, you know, Germany they want to come out with a victory. They have to understand time, score.
Also, USA just one team foul, so they can be, you know, a little bit more aggressive defensively.
Germany already in the bonus, so if you're USA, you're attacking, you're aggressive.
Oh, Ops can't finish. Edwards the rebound. Chance to run. Edwards doesn't need a 3 on this possession. Plenty of time. But he wants the 3 anyway, and he knocks it down from the top of the key.
Hey.
Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man to the rescue.
Listen, big-time players make big-time shots. And that man right there, that's a big-time player.
That was a big-time shot, as you just said. Germany calls a timeout, try to stop the bleeding. Carmelo Anthony off of his feet. Take another look here.
Yeah, you see the hesitation between the legs. Defense drops back. Okay, I got enough time. Nice. And just the hesitation, right? The pause, freezes the defense for a second. Nice height on the shot. Great solid base. And he's tough to cover because you don't know what he's going to do. Out of that hesitation, he can freeze you and attack the basket just as much as he can stop and pop the shot. And a lot of times, people ask, can Ant really shoot the basketball? Well, he doesn't need to really shoot the basketball because he's a certified scorer. He knows how to put it in the hole.
Well, you see the shooting in this quarter. USA 70%. Germany 0-4 on 3. And that's allowed the USA to get back into this one. It's now a one-possession game as Anthony Edwards slices the deficit in half. And, of course, 3:17 left, so plenty of time. As you mentioned, USA in the bonus, and they've only committed one team foul, so they'll remain aggressive defensively. You'd expect that at least.
Yeah, if you're Germany right now, you got to be in a world of worry. You got a 3-point lead with 3 minutes to go, but Anthony Edwards has turned this up, and he has that look in his eyes.
Well, you can expect so much to run through Dennis Schroeder and Franz Wagner right now. You see Anthony Edwards, double-digit scorer in 6 of the 7 games. Tonight leads the way, leads all scorers with 23 points. He's also been getting those defensive rebounds, 6 of them. Jaren Jackson Jr. switched on to Dennis Schroeder, and they get Reeves on the switch. Schroeder drives right. Oh, and one. Oh, they're gonna call, never mind, goaltending. No and one, no foul call. But Schroeder driving right, that's what he does best. A little hesitation, gets around Reeves, finishes off the glass. 5-point game. Closing lineup here for Steve Kerr. Edwards, Reeves, Bridges, Halliburton, and Jackson Jr. Double team comes. Reeves gets into the lane. 2-pointer goes down.
Great job by Reeves, and more importantly, Ant Edwards, the maturity on that play and the discipline. You know that Germany's trying to get the ball out of your hands, drag the defense out, move it, and good things happen.
Again, USA switching all the ball screens. Schroeder. Step back 3 over Jaren Jackson Jr. Air ball. Chance to run. USA could tie it on this possession. Edwards wants it again. And they're going to call that foul on Reeves as he looked to crash the glass. Edwards went for the home run, and still 2 minutes to go. It's just a second team foul in the U.S.
You got to respect that. You got to respect that big play. He's hot. He's feeling good, and he had the confidence and the guts to take the shot, take the big shot. That's what you want.
Both teams with one timeout remaining here in this fourth quarter. Obviously, you cannot call a timeout during a live action, only on dead balls, and only the coach can call timeout. Franz Wagner Gets inside. Loose ball. Edwards comes away with it. Another chance here for the USA to either tie or make it a one-point game. Halliburton skips it over to Reeves. Reeves. And that's going to be free throws for Austin Reeves.
Again, it starts with Edwards. The defense, the double team to get the ball out of his hands. Moving it, not forcing anything. You got to roll it, you got to kick out, and a great play.
You see there the closeout from Schroeder. Austin Reeves does a great job attacking that closeout. Draws the foul on Schroeder. First free throw is good for Austin Reeves. The young man out of Newark, Arkansas. Just 1,100 people. A small town. Here he is on the World Cup stage at the free throw line. And knocks down both free throws. We had a one-point game in the semifinal of the World Cup.
Yeah, and if you're Germany right now, just based on how they played, how much they trust in Schroeder, he's going to make a play right now. The ball's going to be in his hands.
Well, they want to get a switch with Reeves. Schroeder gets inside. Oh, what a pass to Tice, but he couldn't catch it. And they're going to call it a kick ball, so the shot clock will reset to 14.
And it's risky. That's getting to his left, behind the back.
Let's take a look here. Schroeder saw the help side defense come, and yet Jaren Jackson Jr. got his foot on it. Oh, here's Ops. Oh, gets Halliburton to slip on the three, and he knocks it down. What a shot by Andreas Obst.
That's big time. That is big time.
Off the inbound. 4-point game. At the minute mark, here comes Bridges. Oh, Bonga with the help side block. And Germany in pole position right now with the ball and the lead.
They're going to hunt Reeves out on this exchange here. 5 out.
Oh, step back from Schroeder. Oh, that could be the dagger. Dennis Schroeder pushes the lead out to 6. Oh, they forget about Reeves in transition. That's too easy.
Can't fall asleep. Cannot fall asleep.
And then an offensive foul on Bonga as Reeves does a great job chasing down Schroeder. Well, the referees will take a look potentially here. Germany, as you see there, Schroeder getting the handoff from Bonga, and Reeves just playing tough defense, draws the foul. So no review in the end. One 113-109. And Isaac Bonga also fouls out on that play. So he'll obviously have to come out of the game. It's going to bring Johannes Thiemann off the bench. More size.
Right now, if you're USA, if you can get that ball right back in Ant's hands, whether he makes something happen, two things happen there. He attacks and makes something happen on the offensive end, or he gets double teamed.
Well, here's Edwards. Oh, he throws it away. Got off the ground, thought about the shot. Good contest from Wagner, forces the turnover. Germany is moments away from a monumental upset.
You can see Ant there just predetermined what he wanted to do. Came off that screen, he's already making the pass to Jackson Jr. Miscommunication there forced that turnover.
So Mauro Low back on the floor. Another ball handler for Germany. And they inbounded to Schroeder. Of course, he's so quick with the ball. And now those team fouls, or the lack of team fouls in the quarter, might actually hurt the U.S.
This hurts, yeah, this hurts because you're going to have to, Germany's going to have the ability to kill some time. Right now, USA, you are going for the initial steal.
23 seconds left, 4-point game, 3 team fouls.
2-possession game.
USA going for the steal. A lot of time.
There's a lot of time going off the clock.
Oh, they deflected. Get a steal here. Got to go. 12 seconds. 4-point game. Edwards throws it over to Reeves.
Oh, he's got to pull it.
Takes the three. Can't finish. Banchero, the offensive rebound. And they're going to run out of time. 0.5 seconds left. 2-point game. All Germany has to do is inbound the ball. They're going to call a timeout before that. But USA looks like they're going to be going down here to the hands of Germany. Again, it's 113, 111, 0.5 seconds left. You see the deflated look off the timeout. The ball will be advanced into the front court. You see the dejection as well from the players on the bench. As Banchero got the rebound and the putback. With just too much, oh, Reeves actually got the tip in, sorry, but too much time went off the clock. And all Germany has to do is inbound the ball.
Just inbound the ball. But obviously this is a a prime example of just respecting the international game. And we have to, on our side of the world, just understand there's tremendous coaching, there's tremendous players, and just the brand and the philosophies of basketball across the world, right? It's not enough just to have NBA players on the international stage or Fiba stage, because it's a completely different game, right? And you can see over the course of this tournament.
Yeah, a lot of vulnerability throughout the tournament. You see there, Andreas Obst, 24 points, the leading scorer in the game. Obviously had that big-time three on the baseline out-of-bounds play. And Germany,
I've been impressed with how Obst, he really creates so much space on his path into his shots. And you mentioned a big one he hit.
and there it is as the buzzer sounds. Germany defeats the USA 113-111 to head to the World Cup final. The USA will be back in action in the bronze medal game against Canada. So still have a chance to be on the podium. But congratulations to Germany securing a huge win here in Manila, as the USA will once again have to settle for the bronze potentially, and that won't be easy, as Canada will be obviously licking their chops at a chance to take down the USA here. So we'll be back here just shortly after the break. Again, USA loses to Germany 1-11.